This is part 4 of set 1 of our profed enhancement drills. Let's continue in number 61. Which of the following situations would indicate that you as a teacher had been effective in instilling discipline among your students? Letter A, students have developed concerns for each other. Letter B, fear and fright resulting in good behavior. Letter C, students behave because an award awaits them. And letter D, your presence results in their being behave. So your answer should be letter A. Students have developed concern for each other. So discipline is not about fear, but this is about self-regulation and respect. So when students show concern for each other, ibig sabihin nito, they have internalized the values of respect and responsibility. Yung letter B, fear-based discipline is not effective in the long run. Kung ang discipline na ay base sa takot. Yung letter C naman, students behave because of an award awaits them. So this promotes in extrinsic motivation rather than self-discipline. At yung letter D, it means they behave only when you are around, and this is not a true discipline. Number 61 ay letter A. Number 62, which of the following styles or techniques would make you, the teacher, a good classroom manager? Teacher with eyes on the back of her head. Letter A, give your students the head-to-toe look when angry. Letter B, uses eye contact technique with your students. Letter C, fear and fright dominate the classroom atmosphere. And letter D, being aware of all the actions and activities in the classroom. So, ang ibig sabihin nun ng maraming na may mata ka sa likod ay yung letter D. So, a good classroom manager knows what is happening in the classroom at all times. So, this ensures order and discipline. Discipline na sa loob ng classroom. Yung letter A, anger-based management is ineffective. At yung letter B naman, while helpful, it is not enough to fully manage a class. Yung letter C naman, fear does not lead to effective learning. So, 62 ay letter D. Number 63, your class is a model class. You use the question and answer method of recitation. Which of the following actions should you do to make your teaching more effective? Letter A, approves of students answering in chorus. B, repeat the correct answers of the students. Letter C, answer questions posed by the students. And letter D, appreciate all answers given by the students, whether correct or wrong. So, what is your answer here, teacher? It should be letter it should be letter D. Appreciating all answers encourages students to participate and think critically. So, feedback can guide them toward correct answers. Yung letter A discourages individual thinking. Yung letter B naman, this does not engage students in further discussion. Tapos agad. Yung letter C is, it is better to guide them in finding answers themselves. So, 63 ay letter D. Number 64. The sociogram reveals that 4 students in your class form a cliques. This means that the teacher should, letter A, allow them to be together all the time. Letter B, encourage them to join other groups with similar interests. And letter C, discourage them from joining other groups. And letter D, disband the group. So, ang tamang sagot dito dapat mga kapatid ay letter B, encourage them to join other groups with similar interests. So, pag in-encourage natin yung mga students to interact with different groups sa school, it will promote social development and teamwork. Yung letter A, this may limit their social growth. Yung letter C naman, this isolates them from others. At yung letter D, this may cause resistance and resentment sa iyo. Okay? Number 64 ay letter B. Number 65, parents negatively react on play in children's curriculum. A teacher who knows the importance of play would tell the parents that, letter A, playing is important in the child's cognitive development. B, playing is a good form of exercise. Letter C, playing makes learning a pleasurable experience. And letter D, playing is a stage of child's development. So, what's your answer, teachers? Letter C, playing makes learning a pleasurable experience is wrong. It should be letter A. Playing is important in the child's cognitive development. So, play is essential in developing creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking skills in children. Kaya mahalaga na naglalaro sila. Hindi lang puro gadget. Kasi, pwedeng ma-develop yung kanilang cognitive skills sa paglalaro sa gadget, pero hindi yung kanilang psychomotor skills, saka yung social skills, problem solving skills, critical thinking skills. So, importante na talagang naglalaro sa labas o may kalaro na bata. Yung letter B, bagamat this is true, it is not the most important reason in the context of education or curriculum inclusion of playing or play. Yung letter C naman, this is also correct, but cognitive development is more fundamental. At yung letter D, this is too broad and it does not explain the benefits of play in learning. So number 65 ay letter A. Number 66. This is quite small. Secondary school competencies in programming and fostering the learning process are classified as program, generic, and specific. Program competencies refer to the overall competencies which be the thrust of lessons programs for 1st to 4th year, and general competencies refers to the knowledge and information skills, values, and attitudes which need immediate and observable learning behavioral outcomes, hence must be well defined, achieved, and realized based on the needs of the learners, resources of the school, and the nature of the society. How can the teacher succeed in achieving the goals of each curriculum which he or she handles in the secondary level? Letter A, he or she must be able to pass the LET. Letter B, he or she must be degree holder. Letter C, he or she must be familiar with the types of competencies in the curriculum level he or she handles. And letter D, not only should he or she knows all the types of competencies developed for secondary level, but also to distinguish which competencies should be realized. So your answer should be letter D, number 66. A teacher must understand and prioritize the competencies based on students' needs and curriculum goals. Yung letter A, passing the licensure examination for teacher is necessary, but it does not guarantee curriculum mastery. Yung letter B naman, a degree alone does not ensure competency. At yung letter C, familiarity is not enough. Application is the key. So number 66 ay letter D. Number 67. The proper care and maintenance of instructional materials is an important part of the teaching and learning process. Each material has its own proper use and care. In general, rules must be observed with regards these instructional materials. Which of the following is not one of the rules? Letter A, use hand tools or equipments for all purposes. Letter B, use only tools which are in good condition. Letter C, dull-edged tools must be sharpened regularly. And letter D, tools or materials must be kept in the right places where they should be. Your answer sa 67 should be letter A. Each tool has a specific use, so using them incorrectly may cause accidents or damage. Yung letter B, tama ito, this is correct, but not the answer to the question. Yung letter C naman, this ensures safety, but it does not answer the question. At yung letter D, it's important, but not a rule about tool misuse. So number 67 ay letter A. Number 68, the ability to perceive how objects are related in order to mentally perceive what is seen, thus creating concrete visual images from memory, refers to letter A, visual spatial intelligence. Letter B, musical, spatial or spatial. Letter C, language. Letter D, logical reasoning. So your answer should be letter A, visual spatial intelligence or spatial intelligence. So yung letter A, visual spatial intelligence, is the ability to recognize patterns, shapes, and spatial relationships. So, yung letter B is related to rhythm and sound, not visual perception. Yung letter C naman related to communication and words. At yung letter D focuses on numbers and logic, logical reasoning, not images. So number 68 ay letter A, visual spatial intelligence. Number 69, it is measurement of personality, which is the result by dividing the mental age by the chronological age. Letter A, emotional intelligence. B, intelligence quotient. Letter C, multiple intelligence. And letter D, forecasted behavior quotient. So the answer is letter B, IQ. Intelligence quotient. This is, the IQ is calculated as mental age divided chronological age times 100. So, for you to get the mental age, kailangan magkuha ng test. Meron niyang specific test for IQ test. Yung letter A, EQ, emotional intelligence, measures emotional awareness, not intelligence level. Yung letter C naman refers to different kinds of intelligence, not a specific measurement. Diba yung kay Howard Gardner, yung multiple intelligences. Yung letter D naman, it's not a recognized intelligence measurement. So number 69 ay letter B. Number 70, the most important criteria in test construction is letter A, preparation of table of specification. B, congruency of items with the objectives. Letter C, STEM should contain the central problem. And letter D, options should be of almost the same length. So ang tamang sagot dito ay letter B, congruency of items with the objectives. Yan muna dapat, pinakamahalagang criteria. Ang test dapat naka-align sa learning objectives para masukat, ma-measure what students are supposed to learn. Yung letter A, it's important but congruency ensures valid assessment. At yung letter C naman, this is helpful but it's not the most important criterion. At yung letter D, it ensures fairness but it does not affect test validity, yung length. Okay, number 70 ay letter B. Number 71. Under which principle should problems of discipline and class management be considered? Letter A, school's interests is the priority. B, the interests of the school and the students are identical. C, the group's interests reign supreme over that of the individuals. And letter D, all activities should be geared towards the student's development. So number 71, letter D, all activities should be geared towards the student's development is the correct answer. Ang disiplina at classroom management should support student learning and growth. The teacher, dapat siguraduhin ni teacher na safe at positive ang environment para mga estudyante ay makadevelop holistically. So, the students can develop holistically. Yung letter A, the school exists to serve students, so students' development should come first. Yung letter B naman, while they may align, student growth is the ultimate goal pa rin. At yung letter C, education must balance both individual and group needs. So, number 71 ay letter D. Number 72. In an individualized education program, what would be the best example of evaluation? Letter A, a report card with classified scale of letters A to F. Letter B, test is given at the end of the unit. Letter C, early diagnosis and ongoing feedback and guidance. And letter D, a written description of the student's performance. So your answer should be letter C, early diagnosis and ongoing feedback and guidance. So, individualized education program focus on continuous assessment and adaptation to meet a student's unique needs. Yung letter A, a report card alone is not enough for personalized learning. Yung letter B naman, this is summative assessment, not formative assessment. At yung letter D, this helps, nakakatulong ito of course, but it lacks the ongoing nature of feedback. So, number 72 ay letter C. Number 73. What does a negatively skewed score distribution imply? Letter A. The scores congregate on the left or right side of the normal distribution curve. Letter B. The students are academically poor. Letter C. A portion of the class is academically poor. And letter D. The scores are widespread. So the score should be letter. Pag skewed siya, negatively skewed, ibig sabihin yan, the scores congregate on the left or right side of the normal distribution curve. So, negatively skewed distribution, ibig sabihin yan that most students scored high and only a few scored low. Kunti lang yung nakakuha ng mababa. So, the tail is on the left side. Okay, so yung letter B, this describes a positively skewed distribution. Yung letter C naman, this could be true, but it does not define skewness. At yung letter D, a widespread relates to variability, not skewness. So, yung widespread ay about variability, not skewness. So, number 73 ay letter A. Number 74, the most important contribution of the Gestalt psychology to the theories of learning. Letter A, use of multimedia approaches. B, importance of reinforcement. C, concept of readiness in learning. And letter D, cognitive insight. Ang tamang sagot dyan ay cognitive insight. So, 74. Bakit cognitive insight? Ang Gestalt psychology emphasizes that learning happens when students recognize patterns and they gain insight rather than just memorizing information. So yung letter A is not directly linked to Gestalt principles. Yung letter B naman, reinforcement is a behavior concept, not Gestalt. At yung letter C, readiness is emphasized in other theories such as Piaget's. So number 74 ay letter D. Number 75, the best way to understand is to do or learning by doing is philosophy of education of stimulation, a perception, recognition, conceptualization. So 75 should be letter B, a perception. So a perception is the process of connecting new knowledge to what is already known. So this helps students see the bigger picture. Okay, na-connect yung kaalaman or knowledge ng estudyante sa kanyang nalalaman dati, yung kanyang prior knowledge, and then makikita niya yung bigger picture or wider view ng pinag-aaralan niya. So, in that case, mas makakaroon ng mas malawak na pagkaunawa, pagkaintindi. Yung stimulation involves motivation and not linking ideas. Yung recognition naman is simply identifying something, not relating new ideas. At yung conceptualization is about forming abstract concepts, but it is not necessarily linking past and new learning. So number 75 ay letter B. Number 76, which principle of development is manifested in the saying, as a tree is bent, so shall grow? That is, a person's actions reflect the training he perceived as a child. Letter A, development is determined by heredity or one's inherent nature. Letter B, development is determined by the environment or how one is nurtured. Letter C, the early formative years are more crucial than later development. And letter D, it is never too late to teach a child new ways. So the answer should be letter C, determining the givens. The early formative years are more crucial than later development. Not the letter B. Bakit letter C ang sagot natin? Ang early childhood experiences is strongly influence a person's character and learning, making early education very crucial in later development. Yung letter A, both heredity and environment shape a person. Hindi lang heredity, kasama diyan yung environment, yung nurture. At yung letter B naman, development is determined by environment or how one is nurtured. Bagamat environment matters, importante, Early years are particularly formative. Ang focus natin is yung early years, yung formation years. At yung letter D, while learning continues through life, lifelong learning, ang pinag-uusapan natin is early experiences which have the strongest impact sa tao, sa bata. So number 76 ay letter C. Number 77, young children have a short attention and interest span. What kind of task should the teacher give them? Letter A, challenging and interesting activities. Letter B, long but interest activities. I think this is interesting activities. Letter C, easy and difficult activities. Letter D, short, varied, interesting activities. So your answer should be, a challenging and interesting activities is wrong. It should be letter D. Maikli lang. Yung span nga nila, interest span, maikli. So maikli lang na activities ang kailangan. Pero iba-iba. Varied activities. So young children have very short attention spans. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Swerte ka na pag nag 15 to 20 minutes yan. So activities should be engaging and quick to keep their focus. Maiksi lang para yung focus nila ma-maintain. Yung letter A, if it's too difficult, children may lose interest. Pag challenging siya, although interesting. Yung letter B naman, long activities will not hold their attention. Okay. Mabubor yan. Yung letter C naman, easy and difficult activities. So, the mix of difficulty does not address their attention span. So, number 77 is letter D. 78, in problem solving, which of these strategies best reflects the principle how students learn may be more important than what they learn? Letter A, knowing steps to take to solve the problem. B, solving the problem within the given. C, determining the givens and constraints in the problem. And letter D, arriving at the right answers. So number 78 should be determining the givens and constraints in the problem. Kasi understanding how to approach a problem is more important than just solving it. So this helps students develop critical thinking skills and other skills they need to solve that problem. Yung letter A, pwede yan kasi yung sagot. That's a very good distractor, knowing steps to take to solve the problem. Well, steps are useful, but problem solving requires deeper understanding. Yung letter B naman, focuses only on the given, may limit creativity. At yung letter D, the process is more important than memorizing answers. So number 78, letter C. Number 79, what might be done to create a favorable teaching and learning atmosphere in class? Letter A, insist on quiet and focused attention at all times. B, encourage participation in challenging but achievable activities. C, discourage questions and dissenting opinions from students. And letter D, allow students to do as they please. Meron yung letter E sa dulo, please. So number 79 is letter, ilan yung keyword mo? Encourage participation. Yung mga words na yun sa virgin pa. V, varied. I is individual differences. R is role model. G, group activities. I'll tell you that later. Mga keywords natin na kailangan tandaan. Yung E dun sa virgin, yung E is encourage. Okay. A good learning atmosphere, tandaan, engages students and challenges them at the right level, leading to motivation and deeper learning. Yung letter A, strict silence limits participation. Wow, sobrang tahimik naman. Paano kung may activities, di ba? Yung letter C, discourages questioning, blah blah blah. So questions promote curiosity and critical thinking. Dapat ini-encourage nga yan. Yung letter D, lack of structure leads to disorder. So hindi pwedeng as they please lang. So 79, letter B. Number 80, what is learner said to possess when he can use language with ease and effect in any given situation? Bilingual ability, high cognitive skills, a photographic memory, communicative competence. So then the answer is bilingual ability is wrong. It's letter D. Communicative competence. Ang communicative competence is the ability to use language effectively in any situation, including social, academic, and professional contexts. Yung letter A, is about knowing 2 languages, but it does not guarantee fluency or effectiveness in communication. Hindi ibig sabihin dalawa na alam mong languages, mahusay na. No, it's not a guarantee. Yung letter B naman, intelligence does not always mean strong communication skills. At yung letter C, well, memory does not determine the ability to communicate effectively. Photographic memory. Okay, number 80 is letter D. And that's part 4 of set 1 of our Prof Ed enhancement drills. Let's continue in the next video.